is. Those odd-numbered districts and the mayor are on the ballot this November. The mayor's race pits current Councilman Spencer Duncan against developer Henry McClure. Spencer was here yesterday, and Henry is here with us today. Welcome to you, Henry.
Hey, thanks for having me. Henry McClure Live.
There's the website, so we know that. But what is your background? For those who haven't met you, what is your professional experience and background?
Today I'm more of a commercial real estate broker. So I started selling real estate when I was 19, and it's just been a passion. I was telling a friend of mine the other day, I go, you know, it really doesn't feel like I've worked a day in my life. I love what I do as far as, you know, putting people together and brokering relationships, deals that come to fruition. And I've done some development. I've currently right now, I don't own any real estate in Topeka. I signed a 20-year lease for my house and a 10-year lease in my office. And right now I'm not competing against my clients. I've got some property I'm developing at 37th and Gage where I'm looking for some fast food restaurants, coffee shops, sit-down restaurants, and sold some land to the church there, the Orthodox Church, they've grown like 100 people in the last several months. People, I guess, are looking for answers and finding God, and it's kind of cool.
Well, all of that, how did that lead you to decide to run for mayor?
Because I'm sick of the way things run around here. I spend my life fighting government in the real estate business. For example, I think the breaking point was Lawrence Bay, and I ran against Kevin Cook as county commissioner. I got 9,213 votes, plus me, and but I lost that election. But at least now we've got Lawrence Bay being collecting the rent.
What was it that bothered you? What do you think needs to change?
Well, what bothered me was a decade of forgiveness to Jim Klossman, and he owned that land originally, sold it to Gene Yanni. He did deals with Gene Yanni, and so it was like, hey, wait a minute. State law says after 3 years, if you haven't paid on vacant land, you repossess it. It's the county commissioner's obligation to foreclose and collect back real estate taxes and specials.
Which would be a county ordinance or a county piece. What would the city do?
Well, here's interesting. The city could have sued him all along. Even the county councilor gave an epistle one day of how the city should be doing this on its own. But what I hate about government here in Shawnee County, one guy blames this guy, one blames that guy, and nothing gets done.
Okay, so besides the development piece, where else would you like to focus some attention?
What do you mean?
Well, what are the other issues? Obviously, business, development, those sorts of real estate dealings.
I'll tell you one thing that I want to talk about, and that's Project Otis. Remember Mayberry? No, seriously.
Andy Griffith?
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember Otis? He'd just check himself in. And so over the time of this running for office, people are talking about alcoholism, drug abuse, homelessness, mental health. So what I want to do is I want to create funding by adding a tax to alcohol and put it on the ballot. Let the people decide. Too much stuff in the city council and the county commission is done by too few a people. I mean, in fact, all the economic development over the last 25 years has been done by Go Topeka. And $125 million later, what do we have? We still have the exact same issues. So what I want to do is create a place for the one-stop shop that I think Kerry Higgins runs at the city, where it provides all the existing social services in one place. But you could have an AA meeting going there. You could have a priest. You could have a psychiatrist. You could also have a place where maybe the crazy person, the mentally ill person, didn't do something that deserves jail, but maybe they need just a place to breathe, get their head together, and maybe they could be a part of this environment, this one-stop shop, and get some help.
Funded through some sort of a city tax on alcohol.
Yeah, so let's go back to the source. 30 to 40% of all the homeless people are alcoholics and drug addicts. But I focus that just on alcohol because 30 to 40% are all alcoholics, okay, or have alcohol problems. I don't know how we can tax the fentanyl trade and the pot trade and the cocaine trade. I don't know how we can do that, but I do know that one thing from my life: if you want a drink, you'll pay for it. And so let's go to the source of the problem, tax it, and get people help.
A couple of interesting ideas from Henry McClure. Henry McClure facing Spencer Duncan on the November ballot. Appreciate you being here. And of course, Spencer was here yesterday. You can find that on WIPW.com as well. Appreciate it, Henry.
Thank you. Project Otis.
That's what he's calling it. Think of it as speed dating for human resources information. We'll tell you.